So you're probably wondering the introduction to my C4 Corvette. Yeah, here it is. The 1991 C4 6-speed. Manual, obviously. If I said 6-speed, I hope you understand that. What is good on it? Well, not the paint. First off, it's white, not my favorite color. Even though I have two white vehicles, it makes really no sense. You know, it was cheap. It was, again, a budget buy. Fun story with it. I ended up buying this when maybe a month or two after I found out I was having a kid. It was supposed to be a C6 I was going to buy. Well, budget constraints kind of took that one away from me, so I wound up with a 1991 C4. This isn't my first one I've owned. I owned a 1985 C4 Corvette. That was, if you think this is a little rough, that was a pile of junk. Yeah, that one was bad. I bought a guy in Dayton for $1,300, and yeah, it didn't run, didn't drive, had a way crap tub. It was in a Goodwill auction at one point, so this is much nicer than that. A little backstory on it. Let me get the camera working here. Take a peek around real quick at it. So, again, it's white, stock rims. Not too anything crazy on it. Don't mind my cracked target top. It does have the acrylic top. It's a little messy right now. It's parked because of the issues with it. This was my daily driver. I haven't started it in forever, so no clue on whether or not it's going to start for us. I don't know if it's under there, if you can see it. There's probably an oil puddle underneath. Anyways, so I bought this from an old man. He owned it since 1999, I think. It does have like 108,000 miles on it. A lot of it's in decent shape. Obviously, it's been repainted somehow, because this back here, you can see it on the camera, it's like two different colors. But overall, I mean, it's not terrible. The weather cracking's there. The top's cracked. You know, it needs all new seals. It leaks when you go through a drive-through. There's some spider webbing on the hood. The lights get stuck once in a while. Typical C4 problems. You know, there's nothing too crazy with it. A little tucked in the corner right now. But if I open this up here on the interior... Oh boy, looks like I gotta take care of, there might be a mouse in it. You know, aftermarket radio. The antenna is broken. I went through a car wash and that ended up breaking on me. Yeah, so got that going for me. Underneath the hood is a real monster, if you know anything about these cars. Oh yeah, they are speed demons, as some like to say, you know. Really got all that power. But underneath, I do have working LED lights. Got that going for me. You know, your typical 2-port injection. I am missing a little cover. It's over somewhere, but I didn't put it on. It is pretty much straight piped. I do still have small air equipment on it. The goal is this winter to be taking care of that, getting rid of it. There is no more cats, so I need to get rid of it anyways. The pump's already been disconnected, but for some reason they didn't take it off. I don't know. The guy kind of did some funky stuff. There's some wiring for the fans, but the fans work fine, and he said you had to switch them on and off. I don't know what that's about. The wiper blades do work. My other one didn't have wiper blades that worked. When I say work is a bold statement. You know, C4s are really, let me flip you back around here. C4s really are an interesting car. I love them. I have a huge passion for C4 Corvettes. As you can tell by the logo of the channel, it's a C4 Corvette. I don't know why I've been obsessed with these cars. It was the first like real fun car that I owned. Again, I was 17 when I bought my 85. I bought it cheap. Bought this one cheap. I really wanted a manual, which I got. That was the main thing I've been looking for. And ever since that first one I owned, I really wanted another one. And the first one I had swapped the motor into. I had a motor built 355 bottom. Put it in it. It ran, it drove, and then I had this brake issue. And at the time, I just could not figure out for the life of me what the brake issue was. So I ended up getting rid of the car, sold it. I don't remember what I sold it for, but it was just a little bit less than what I paid for this. I got this for $5,500 with 105,000 miles, 6-speed manual. Everything worked fine. So you're probably wondering why, if this car is so just working fine, why is it parked in the garage already, and why am I not no daily driving? Well, the main issue became about 2 weeks ago. I was coming back from, or going to work. I took a different route, and I was driving around a curve, and a deer ran out. I was going 55. I slammed on my brakes. I just put brand new power stop brakes on it. Luckily, slowed down quick enough, but at the same time, in order to avoid the deer, because I didn't want to cause major damage to the fiberglass, I had swerved around. Forgot to turn the key off. Now the blower motor's going. So I swerved around the deer, went off the road, kind of tweaked it. It already had a rear main seal leak, and that tweaking just caused the rear main seal to start putting out more oil, and I deemed I didn't want to take the risk. I towed it back home. I made it to work that day, and that was about it. So that's where I am with it. What's the plans with this car? Good question. First things first, rear main seal is getting fixed. Get a new stage 2 clutch. It's going to be the first step. Eliminate the smog area equipment. Next step. After that, I haven't truly decided what I want to exactly go and do with it. I would love to turn it into a more performance C4. There's a lot of plans I can do with it, and maybe that's something that we all talk about and discuss, and we'll see how it goes. But ultimately, while I flip this back around here, for now, the first project is going to be fixing that clutch. It needed one anyways, and then we're going to go with the route of replacing that rear main seal and all that good stuff. I'm trying to get your position better. I'll see if I can get it to start again. I haven't started it in a while, so no guarantees on that one. I mean, ultimately, I would like to turn this into a fun, kind of drag week car. I think it'd be really cool to do. It's definitely doable. A lot of people have done these as drag week cars. I mean, I shouldn't say a lot, but a decent amount. But here, we'll give it a start. Don't start your cars in these environments. It's not currently set up perfectly, but it's going to be a little echoey. See if I can get started. I need to start it anyway. Yeah, I mean, sounds pretty good. Smells like crap right now because it's been burning whatever off of it that's on it. But ultimately, this is it. This is my C4. There's more to the story, I suppose, but ultimately I got a pretty good deal on it, I think, and that's how I wound up with it. And would like to do some projects to it. Like I said, clutch is coming next. Rear main seal. If I'm doing a rear main seal, I might as well do a clutch. Take care of the rat issue, because apparently there's a mouse living in it, and I don't want that. Once we do that, I would like to wrap the car, maybe paint it. I think it'd be cool, something to add to the project. Other than that, see where it goes. See what fun we can get into with it. But ultimately, welcome to the C4 project. I hope you guys like C4s. If you don't, I'm sorry, but I love them. And I would like to make this, I mean, ultimately, if I could, the full-time goal before my neighbor cuts me off with a chainsaw here, I would love to make this the fastest C4 passable, but that's probably unrealistic. But let me know your thoughts and takes on it, and we'll go from there.